Hello and welcome to the very first episode of the UK Home Travel Agent podcast. I'm Peter Stamford, founder of Cruise Family and home-based travel agent business coach. If you're listening to this, chances are you've already been thinking about a career as a home-based travel agent. Or maybe you're already dipping your toes in and wondering, can I really make this work? Well, first off, welcome. You're in the right place. And yes, you can absolutely build a thriving travel business from home. But like anything worthwhile, it takes the right mindset, a bit of planning, and a whole lot of curiosity. Today we're going to explore a simple but important question. Is this career right for you? And what does it take to really succeed as a home-based travel agent? But before we get to that, let's take a moment to answer a really important question. What exactly is a home-based travel agent? A home-based travel agent is a self-employed travel consultant who works remotely, usually from home, helping clients plan and book holidays. You're not working in a high street shop and you're not employed by a big travel brand. Instead, you run your own business. This is predominantly under a host agency or travel network who give you access to things like booking systems, ATOL and ABTA cover, travel suppliers and tour operators, training and back office support. As a home-based travel agent, you choose your working hours, your niche, your clients, and you can build a business that works around your life, whether that's part-time, full-time, or as a side hustle. It's flexible, it's scalable, and it's a fantastic career path if you love travel and working with people. But it isn't all upside, and there is plenty to think about. Let's get started. The lifestyle, freedom, flexibility, and a bit of chaos. Let's start with the dream, shall we? For a lot of people, becoming a home-based travel agent is all about freedom. Freedom to work from where you want and when you want. Freedom to be at home with your kids. Freedom to work from your laptop at a cafe or a sun lounger. And those things are possible. I've lived it. I've worked from cruise ships. I've had client calls whilst out walking my dog. I've built my days around my family, not the other way around. But, and this is important, it's not a holiday, it's a business. To misquote Uncle Ben, with great freedom comes great responsibility. You are your own boss. That sentence should be equal parts exciting and scary. There's no one looking over your shoulder to check that you're following up with that inquiry or replying to a client who wants to change their flights. There's no one checking you answered the phone 2 minutes before you intended to finish for the day. You are the beginning, the middle, and the end of the responsibility. So while that lifestyle is flexible, it does require structure. You need to be self-motivated, organised, and good at switching hats. 1 minute you're a holiday matchmaker, the next you're chasing suppliers or sorting invoices. Ask yourself seriously, do you have that in you? What you don't need. Now I want to stop and clear up a few common myths because I know some people hold back from starting because they think they need certain things that they absolutely don't. So here we go. You don't need a travel and tourism degree. You don't need to have worked in a travel agency before. And you definitely don't need to know about every destination in the world. What you do need is curiosity, a willingness to learn, and a genuine love for helping people plan something amazing. Everything else, destinations, systems, suppliers, you can learn. And I'll be walking you through a lot of that in this podcast. The traits of a successful home travel agent. Let's talk about the kind of person who tends to thrive in this work. You might be surprised. It's not about being a good salesperson or being obsessed with travel, although both of those do help. Here are the traits I see time and time again in agents who succeed. They are proactive. They don't wait for leads. They go out and connect with people. They talk about their business. They follow up. They're organised, whether it's managing inquiries or tracking commissions. Being able to stay on top of details make a huge difference. They are resilient. Not every lead will convert. You'll get quiet spells, but successful agents push through that and keep going. They are trustworthy. At the end of the day, this is a people business. If clients trust you, they'll come back and they'll refer you. They're willing to be visible. You don't need to be a TikTok star, but you do need to let people know that you exist. That might be posting on social media, showing up in the community groups, Google Ads, or just telling friends and friends of friends what you do. Do any of these sound like traits you have? Or more importantly, traits you think you could learn? What a typical day looks like. I get asked this a lot. What does a travel agent actually do all day? So here's a quick breakdown of what a day might include. You could start with checking your inbox and replying to client inquiries, researching options and pulling together holiday quotes, booking cruises, hotels, flights, excursions, etc. via supplier platforms, creating content, maybe a social media post or an email to your list, following up on leads from yesterday's Facebook group comments, maybe jumping on a Zoom call with a client or attending a supplier webinar. There really is no standard day, and the work is a mix of admin, communication, research and creativity. And honestly, I love it. I love the fact that you don't do the same thing every day. But some people need routine, and if you're one of those people, this could be difficult for you, at least in the beginning. Because every client is different, every trip has its quirks, and there's always something new to learn. A few weeks ago, I did a group of 17 passengers from 4 different families in 2 different countries who all wanted different things from their cruise. Part of the work I did was finding the cruise, but the biggest challenge was getting them to speak to each other honestly about what they wanted. So maybe add family counselling to the list of traits you're going to have to use. The earning potential. Let's talk money. Okay, let's be honest. Money matters. You might be wondering, can I actually earn a living doing this? The answer is yes. But like any business, it depends on the effort you put in. Most agents earn commission, which means you get paid a percentage of what your client books. That could be small on some bookings and larger on others. 10% is sort of the industry average, but you're not going to get all of that. There are a lot of fees, insurances and payments that come out of that money before it makes its way to you. My biggest warning is that it does take time to build up your client base. This isn't a get-rich-quick setup, but with consistency and the right training, you absolutely can build a solid, reliable income and scale it up over time. Some agents do it part-time for a bit of extra income, others go full-time and grow 6-figure businesses. It's flexible, and you get to decide what successful looks like for you. Questions to ask yourself. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a few questions to reflect on and ask yourself seriously. Do I enjoy planning and organising? Am I comfortable learning new systems and tools? Can I motivate myself without a boss? Do I enjoy working with people and solving problems? Am I ready to commit to growing something over time, not overnight? If you're nodding along to most of those things, then you might have what it takes. So what's next? Well, in the next episode, we'll dive into exactly what you need to get started as a home-based travel agent, from setting up your workspace to choosing your tools, even if you're starting on shoestring. You do not need to have it all figured out, but I'll show you how to make a solid, simple start.